This man woke up every day with a headache. This inexplicable pain left him confused and puzzled. He even wondered if his robotic wife, the machine wife at home, had accidentally hurt him. But Takuma couldn't think of a reason why she would be upset with him. Everything seemed normal in his daily life. That is, until the answer finally appeared from Mina's perspective. Not long ago, a TV program aired a report on the secret to longevity. The elderly man on the screen calmly shared his experience, saying that every morning, his wife would wake him up with a kiss. It was this seemingly ordinary habit that had unknowingly helped him live to the age of 240. Mina had taken this information to heart, viewing it as a valuable life lesson. From that day on, she made it a daily routine to wake Takuma with a kiss. The problem was, Mina was essentially a robot. She didn't understand the required strength or the subtlety of a human kiss. In her programming, it was just a standard touch. She never realized that the actual result was more like a forceful impact. And so, Takuma's daily headaches began. But Takuma had no idea what was causing them. Until one day, Takuma accidentally knocked over a tray at home.
大丈夫ですか？何かできることはありますか？
ほっぺにチューってキスしてくれたらすぐ良くなるかもなんて
かしこまりました。
本当にしてくれるの？
After the brief chaos, the details in his memory suddenly clicked together. At that moment, Takuma finally realized. He wasn't waking up naturally. He was being kissed awake by Mina, with far more force than he could ever have imagined. Once Takuma understood what was happening, he didn't blame Mina. Instead, he patiently explained, hoping she would be gentler next time. A light touch would be enough. But Mina's vague instructions led her to a new confusion. She asked Takuma how many newtons of force she should apply, an exceedingly logical question that left Takuma at a loss for words. Still, Takuma tried to explain as best he could. But after Mina attempted to understand, she still couldn't grasp the significance of the action. Her facial structure, besides her eyelids, was made entirely of resin, and her forehead and lips had no sensory modules installed, so they couldn't receive tactile feedback. In Mina's logic, a kiss was merely a physical collision, and didn't carry any emotional value. When Takuma heard this conclusion, he immediately tried to comfort Mina. He explained that, although it did hurt a little, he truly felt happy inside. He hoped that the morning ritual could continue. Just then, there was a knock at the door. When Takuma opened it, he saw the Super Mina from before. Takuma was confused. He had no idea how she knew his address. What Takuma didn't know was that as long as the Mina series had exchanged IDs, they could locate and communicate with each other via the network. When Takuma learned that Mina and Super Mina were exchanging information at hundreds of times the speed of humans, he was at a loss for words. He hadn't expected that as a husband, he'd be slower to communicate than two robots. Super Mina was here primarily to express her gratitude. She said that Rihito had remembered the events from before, so he had prepared a return gift. When the gift box was opened, Takuma was completely shocked. Inside were all the versions of the Mina series.